What's up, guys? It's been a while, but welcome back to another video. And this one I'll give you my thoughts on the Giants free agency moves so far. But before I get started, if you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. So the Giants have made a few key moves so far, but the most notable news though has been Saquon Barkley leaving and signing with the Philadelphia Eagles for 3 years and $37.5 million. Also, Xavier McKinney left and signed a 4-year deal with the Packers for $68 million. Now, right off the bat, I am disappointed that they left the Giants, but I'm not upset that Joe Schoen did not offer them those same contracts. Given where the Giants are as a team, it would be unwise for them to spend that much money on those players, especially considering many people think they were overpaid. So as for Barkley, I'm more upset about him going to the Eagles than I am about him leaving, because as I mentioned, I did not want the Giants to give him a huge contract, especially since he's a running back, and we know that running backs are replaceable. I just wish he didn't go to the Eagles, because now I can't really root for him. I wish he had gone to the Houston Texans instead, considering there were rumors about him being interested in going there. But at the same time, I do understand why he would want to play in Philly, because for those of you that don't know, he grew up near Allentown, Pennsylvania, and went to Penn State University, even though he was born in the Bronx. So I get that he wants to play near his hometown, but I wish he would have signed with Houston or someone else instead. But it is what it is. Now, as for the additions the Giants have made, to start right off, they signed running back Devin Singletary from the Buffalo Bills for 3 years and $16.5 million. I really like this signing because obviously he and Dable were in Buffalo together, so they're familiar, and Singletary for the most part has been able to stay healthy the last few seasons. So obviously he'll be the replacement for Barkley, and he'll likely be running back number one. Now Eric Gray, who was a mid-round draft pick last year, will probably be running back number two. And they also signed, the Giants also signed another Bills player, wide receiver Isaiah McKenzie, for a 1-year deal, which, I mean, it's low risk, high reward. There's not really much to talk about there. But yeah, that's how the offense will be shaken up a bit with Barkley leaving. So in terms of additions, the big news is that they traded for Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers. They traded a 2nd-round pick in this year's draft as well as a 5th-round pick next year to Carolina. Additionally, the Giants signed him to a 5-year deal worth $150 million, I believe. I really like this trade because he's a great player to pair up with Kayvon Thibodeaux and Dexter Lawrence, especially considering the Giants didn't have a good pass rush last year, and their pass rush was even worse once they traded Leonard Williams to the Seattle Seahawks. Coincidentally, though, the Giants lost A'Shawn Robinson, another defensive tackle who signed with Carolina. And although I am a little bit disappointed about A'Shawn Robinson leaving, Brian Burns will definitely be a great addition, and he is a better overall player. The Giants also signed 2 offensive linemen as well, John Runyon Jr., who was a guard from the Packers, and Jermaine Illuminor, I think that's how it's pronounced, a tackle from the Raiders. The offensive line has really been a problem for at least 10 years now, I think. So, of course, I like these signings for that reason. A couple of other smaller signings include signing quarterback Drew Lock to a 1-year deal worth $5 million guaranteed, I think. So he'll definitely be the backup quarterback behind Daniel Jones, assuming that they don't draft a quarterback this year, the Giants, that is. And then they also signed former Patriots defensive back Jalen Mills for a 1-year deal to likely hold McKinney's spot for the time being. Now, to finish, I'll go over some small re-signings that they made, re-signing punt returner Gunnar Olszewski, re-signing long snapper Casey Kreider, and lastly, re-signing interior linebacker / special teamer Carter Coughlin. And of course, all of these players are primarily on special teams, if not exclusively special teamers. But they're all players who I feel did decent in their role last year. Even though the Giants have not had a good special teams unit in years, these players, like also Graham Gano, have been pretty good in their spots. So I'm happy with those little short-term re-signings as well. But that's going to do it for this one. As always, if you're new here, please subscribe, like, and drop a comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.